What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the International Boys. Can we get a like for the new series? It's only 4 episodes in, but if you are still enjoying it, please do go and drop it a like. And today we're going to conclude our UEFA Nations League group by getting a double dose of action versus Portugal, and against England. We really need to come away with a win in one of these matches to at least have a chance of qualifying. But before we get to that, we did play one match. It was a friendly versus Latvia, and we came away 2-1 victors. Andrej Zivkovic and Davor Vuko, I'm just going to say Vuko this time around, coming away with the goals. And the first half, we saw the first goal being scored by Andrej Zivkovic. There's a great cross in, ball falls out to Stankovic, who then passes it off to Zivkovic, shooting it through defenders, finding the back of the net to open up the scoring. And then on the other side of halftime, just 2 minutes in, not even 2 minutes in, a corner kick falls to Ivanic, passing it off to Vuko, just in front of the penalty spot, once again between the legs of defenders, coming away with our second goal of the day. But then Latvia, in stoppage time, were able to get themselves a consolation goal. It really was a failed clearance, allowing them to get the ball back, and look at that, Botos receiving the ball, a long ball up over the top of our defense. We just couldn't react to it in time. And much like with Sweden, I used a 4-2-3-1 here because, hey, it got us results. A draw versus Sweden, a win here versus Latvia. So with the players that I have, I might as well go ahead and use this or derivatives thereof because it seems like it fits the player personnel that I have for this squad. So with that being said, 4-2-3-1s versus Portugal and England. Let's see how we're lining up versus Portugal. So right away, we're going to use the number 1 Serbian goalkeeper, Predrag Rajkovic, in between the sticks. And then along the back line, it's going to be a constant back 4. Milan Gajic, Uros Spajic, Srđan Babic, and Lazar Danilovic. This 4-2-3-1 is going to utilize a defensive mid, with Peter Mitrovic going to be the starter today. Yes, no Sreten Vetrovic, going to give Peter a chance to see what he does. Sitting ahead of him in the center mid role, Mirko Ivanic, one of the few starts that I'm actually giving him in my tenure here at Serbia. Across the front, 3 attacking mids, Davor Vuko there on the right, Stankovic in the middle, Filip Kostic coming back from his injury out there on the left-hand side, and of course, Luka Jovic sitting up top. So the way our Nations League group breaks down is that Portugal have already won the group, 3 wins out of 3. England only getting 3 points out of 3, and that opens it up for us, seeing as how we have 2 matches left to go. We need to get 4 points, a draw and a win, and that'll see us at least stay in Division A for 1 more year. Or if we get ourselves tied on points, we need the better goal difference, and that would mean having to beat England, essentially beating England by a large goal margin, because I just don't have a lot of confidence versus Portugal. And of course, if we get anything less than 3, that's going to be a bit of a problem, because that means we're going to get relegated down to Division B. And how Portugal are going to line up, they're going to come out in a 4-2-3-1 as well, and they got the big heavy hitters sitting out there as well. Zé Gomez sitting up top, Diogo Jota, Guedes is out there, Sanchez, Andre Horta, just a lot of big players, and you know that they want to win this and win the group out, get themselves an undefeated group. So let's just go out there, let's go see what happens, and hope for the best, really. Opening highlight, 30 seconds in, Filip Kostic taking it to the byline, crosses it in, and it cannot find anybody in a red shirt. Decent cross, decent attack at the start, but just needed to be a little bit delicate on that touch, that cross in. But now, just 2 minutes later, it's Portugal, and it's Zé Gomez. He makes it look so damn easy. I honestly got no words for that one. He made it look so damn easy. Zé Gomez to Andre Horta. He gets it right back, and the defense doesn't... Oh my God, Predrag. Oh, I'm sorry. If I can't blame that on the defense because the ball bounced off of Predrag's chest. He should have saved that. 15 minutes on now, and we have had a good portion of the ball, 55%, but it has obviously meant nothing as we haven't had a single shot yet, and Portugal just getting all of the ball, all of the chances, all of the shots, and Diogo Jota making it 2-0 to Portugal. God damn it, boys. 4 minutes later now, we got the ball, and we're actually making an attacking run out here. Mirko Ivanic getting it through to Stankovic on the wings to Vuko. Doesn't really have a lot of red shirts in the box. Oh, Andre Horta! He tackled Stankovic in the box, and there's no foul called. Ref, what are you doing? What are you even looking at? That should have been a penalty to Serbia. Stankovic, though, doesn't matter. Ball up over the top to Luka. Oh, what a great strike from Luka Jovic. Luka Jovic getting one back right inside the box. Let's take a look at that again. I mean, after the referee missing a clear penalty in the box, the ref waves play on. We get the ball back. Nice ball up over the top to Luka. Curls it just out of the reach of the goalkeeper. And we got one back. It's 2-1 Portugal. If we can just somehow come away with a draw here. Long ball up over the top. Zé Gomez was onside. He just misses wide, thankfully. Halftime, we're not doing too bad, but we could be doing a lot better. Not going to lie. Spajic, he's really let me down with a 6-4. He is going to be coming off. And we're going to put on Marian Nastasic there in that center backing spot. Other than that, boys, show me something else in the second half, because you guys, it's nice that you have the possession, but it's the shots, it's the chances that you're not really creating for yourself, and that's what we need if we want to come and get an equalizing goal versus Portugal. First highlight of the second half, and it's an attacking highlight for us. Ball out to Milan Gajic. He's taken to the corner flag. I don't know why. It's a super deep run. But we do get the ball right back, though. Can we get anything out of it? Renato Sanchez going through Ivanic. He should be carded right here. Come on, ref. Pull those cards out. We don't need to see any of that. Clean play. There we go. Renato Sanchez getting himself a yellow card. And it's a free kick. Stankovic has several red shirts in the box, but can't really pick one out. Gets it back inside, though. Good save from the goalkeeper. Now, I thought this highlight was going to end, but 15 seconds later, Portugal coming through. I honestly thought the highlight was going to end after the goalkeeper saved that. But they turn around and 15 seconds later put the ball in the back of our own net. Portugal coming once again. I mean, I don't even need to commentate on this anymore, really. Portugal have just been all over us and have been the better side once again. I would be absolutely surprised if they don't win the World Cup this year. They've won obviously the Euros, like I just said, and have been an absolute dominant force within Europe over the last few years. So I wouldn't be surprised they won the World Cup with just how strong they're looking. So the second half definitely it started out decent for us, and now Gelson Martins coming through. Gelson Martins is not helping us out. Gelson Martins, I mean, this goal difference right here is pretty much going to knock us out of the Nations League group. Let's be honest here. It's another -4 goal difference, and against England, we're going to need to beat them by like 7. And finishing out that first half, really, it looked like we were starting to turn a corner and think that we were going to put up a fight, give Portugal a run for their money in the second half. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, this team just fell apart and didn't want to play in the second half. So I'm far from pleased with what I saw. And now, yeah, like I said, we need to beat England by 7. That's not going to happen. And I feel Serbia is, in fact, going to get relegated from the Nations League. Jesus Christ, Portugal, calm down. I mean, you didn't need to play your big-name starters. They won the group already. There was no need for them to throw out Zé Gomez, Diogo Jota, Gelson Martins, Renato Sanchez. It was just insane. They should not have done that. And at least give us a chance in this group. And now it's pretty much, we're going down to Division B, and we got to look forward to a World Cup qualifier after this, where I don't know how that's going to go about. All right, so versus England, we might as well throw in some players that haven't really gotten a lot of play time during my reign here as Serbia manager. First and foremost, Predrag, you are out. And we're going to throw in Stefan Milivac, a young 20-year-old goalkeeper who is playing for Spurs right now. Doesn't look too terribly bad. A lot faster, a lot more physical than Predrag. Hopefully he can do well here. Knizovic is going to be starting there on the right-hand side. Sreten Vetrovic is going to be down there on the defensive mid. Sergej is going to be the center mid. We're going to have Dejan Drazic, who was injured when I took over as a Serbia manager, finally getting himself... he's actually going to get himself his first cap for the club. How about that? So he's going to be going against England, and hopefully he could do a decent enough job to warrant him staying in this club. And then we're going to have Alexander Mitrovic, big Alexander Mitrovic, currently still at Newcastle, sitting up front today, the 30-year-old. Hopefully he can get himself some goals. Hopefully we can get ourselves a decent amount of goals. We're probably not going to get 7, but I'd like to see a decent amount of goals versus England. So going up against England at Wembley, always going to be a bit of a trouble spot, and it doesn't look like they changed the lineup all that much from when we last faced them. Woodburn, Ali, Sterling still there, Hughes, Cook, Chambers, Stones, Butland. Who's sitting up top this time? Russ Barrett. Russ Barrett, a 20-year-old from West Ham. All right, All right, 7 goals in 4. Oh, Jesus, that's not going to be good. That's definitely not good for us. They got Marcus Rashford on the bench. They got Blackwell, who did well for them last time. They got Harry Kane down here as well. Harry Kane still at Spurs at 31 years old. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a trouble, but all we can do is hope and pray that these guys do well. So let's see if we can do well. Wembley Stadium always looking nice, coming out for the anthems, and now we get to kick off. England going from right to left to start in their traditional home whites, and we're going to be on our away reds. 6.5 minutes on now, and we have the ball in an attacking position. Nice ball movement to get it out to Kostic. Sergej slips it through to Mitrovic, trying to find space in between the English defense, and it's just not there as Lewis Cook there takes the ball off of us. Long ball up over the top to Ben Woodburn, takes a shot, and he skies it. He goes wide and over, as Smith would say, wover. Corner kick for England, 25 minutes on now. Ben Woodburn heads it down. What a save from Milivac right there. Point blank. Keeping out England. Good stuff. Hopefully you can do that from now on. Free kick for us. Stankovic on the edge of the box. Tries to throw it in. Doesn't find anybody in a red shirt, but we get it right back. Sergej has played back out to Knizovic to Spajic. Back to Knizovic. Still trying to find a red shirt amongst the English defense. And Barrett, he was onside. We played him onside. Great stuff. So clearly, the Serbian team doesn't really want to listen to me. The Serbian team doesn't really care about what I say to them anymore because they're just not listening. They're not following directions. Halftime, it's 1-0, and I expect to see a much better showing because you guys have been absolute piss in this match. Only 1 shot, 45% possession, a far cry of possession versus Portugal. I'm actually surprised that we had more than 50% of the ball versus Portugal. 55 minutes on now, and Dele Alli just going through a defender like he's not even there. Ben Woodburn to the byline to Barrett, and Barrett puts away his second. And it's 2-0 to England, making it look easy. We have not put up a single shred of defense in any of these 4 matches. Have you seen it? As I certainly haven't. There's supposed to be some decent defenders on this squad. But for some reason, they're not gelling. They're not doing anything that I want them to. They're just playing around like there are 11 strangers on the pitch. They just all got together for a Sunday League game, and they're just allowing these teams to just run through them. Oh my God. And I thought the Portugal matches were bad. We at least got goals in both of those Portuguese matches. This one, we're not even trying. This team has just flat up packed their bags and are ready to go back to Serbia. They are not even bothering. So what international jobs are available again? I think it might be time to move. You know what this is telling me right now? At the very least, don't get cute with your formations and stick to a base 4-2-3-1. Because like I said, like I showed you, 4-2-3-1 base has done well for me in the 2 friendly matches where I used it. Everything else, the 4-4-2 narrow diamond, this wacky version of a 4-2-3-1 that I came up with, that was gone to pot. The asymmetric, that absolutely fell apart. It's just been all sorts of bad. Every single competitive match has been all sorts of bad. Look at that. 4 losses, 2 goals, both against Portugal, and a -12 goal difference. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This is going to be a long off-season. And I say off-season like it's a club competition. It's going to be a long winter preparing for the World Cup qualifiers. And I know that if the World Cup qualifiers go as bad as the Nations League has been, I might as well just go and quit. Though, I like I said, I take a look at who we got, and Belgium are going to be the only team that is going to give us problems. I feel against Kazakhstan, Slovenia, and Georgia, we should be fine. We should be absolutely golden versus those 3 teams, and hell, probably even sweep them. So that being said, Kazakhstan and Belgium in the next episode. So guys, that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Portugal and England. I mean, it's not really the best of situations to come into to test out my managerial chops because they are 2 of the best teams in the world. Could have done a lot better though. I admit, I fully could have done a lot better with this team. And who knows, maybe World Cup qualifying can be a little bit better. If not, move on to a different team. So anyway, guys, like I said, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go and drop it a like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And if you want to leave a comment below on the episode today or just the series as a whole, please go and do so in the comment box below. I appreciate every single comment that you guys put down. But anyway, guys, I've been Gendo, and you've been awesome. See you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.